Hello. Today, I'm going to talk to you about Sackboy. What is a Sackboy? No, it's not what the high school bully calls the kid with elephantitis. It's actually one of these guys. A Sackboy. It's like a sack full of stuff, and it runs around like a little boy. It's a Sackboy. And that game is exclusive to the PS3. Okay? And it's a pretty cool game. Basically, if you're into side-scrolling platformers, then this is like probably your dream game. If you're a little kid, you used to draw the little maps on your like graph paper, notebook paper at home, and at school when you're supposed to be doing your homework, and you used to play Mega Man, and like my friend used to play Mega Man, and I would sit there and draw the robots and draw little, obstacles and stuff that Mega Man could go over, and that was what really interested me. And so Little Big Planet has a really strong one-player campaign, which can also be played with up to 4 people. You can either have people sitting next to you with a controller, or you can play online, and it's really fun. Some of my I've only been playing it. I beat the whole single-player game. It's not very long, but to get all the unlockable stuff, you need to play through each level a couple times. You need to, you get special gifts for beating each level without dying. You get gifts for collecting all the other gifts, and sometimes you need 4 players to do that, even on the single-player, the story mode levels. And then you have all these user-created content that constantly people are putting up levels. So far, I gotta say, I've only played like 2 levels that are like good. That I would say, wow, that's pretty good. I've played a bunch that are okay. They're interesting and they're funny, and I've played a lot that are like, oh my god, that sucks. It's really bad. And I wish they didn't publish this until they're a little farther along. But of course, some people just suck at making stuff. If you don't have the creative ability, you're not going to be able to make the stuff. And so that's the main problem, I guess, is if you're not really into creating levels and stuff like that, I don't know if you're really going to get your value out of the game. We'll have to see in the future how many user creators are making good stuff. Right now, I'm making a level, and I was a graphic design major, so my personal opinion is that it looks a lot nicer, but I'm finding problems. There's one issue is there's 3 levels of depth, and when you're designing a level, it's really important that you make sure that you can switch between these levels of depth at the critical points. I built this temple. It looked really beautiful. It was really cool. But on the front steps, when you're trying to go through the door, you had to make this really skillful jump. And if you didn't do it right, you'd go into the foreground or the background instead of the middle ground. And if I was somebody playing that level, I would be like, F this. I can't even get in the door. I'm not going to play this level. So you have to redesign it. If you find some problem like that, you can't just say, oh, they'll figure it out. Because, yeah, sure, they could figure it out, but you're trying to entertain them. You're not like, most people aren't going to play the levels and say, oh, I'm going to, it's not official made level, so they're not going to be trying to do speed runs on your level until it's like widely renowned as like a really good level. You're not so if you're just starting out, you're not going to be getting people who want to challenge themselves on your trickery, especially if it's just some glitchy thing like going through the foreground. So I don't want to make this too long, but basically Little Big Planet is a really, really fun game. If you love platformers, if you want to design levels, if you have some artistic talent, it's really a great and fun game. And I really had some of my most fun online experiences ever playing a game so far. Just when you see those little guys pushing the blocks around, helping each other up, and hanging on to each other, smacking each other off of a cliff into the fire or something like that. It's really funny and really it's just really engaging. And put on your headset, talking on the microphone, the little sack boys' mouths move, and just little details like that. It's so funny. You can control their expressions and things like that, and you can just have a great time playing. It's just like when you were a little kid playing, and that's how you feel. You feel like a little kid having fun. And after I'm done working all day and I come home and I can get online and play with my friends or play by myself or create a level, I just think that's really a fun game. It's actually kind of pulled me away from Fallout 3 right now, but I'm playing both at the same time. But I gotta say, it's really impressive. And actually, I wasn't super hyped up about it, but now I'm like, it's really impressive, fun game. And they're gonna make a sequel. I'm sure they're gonna. There's plenty of things to fix, but there's no way that they could have fixed them all for this first game. So we'll see. And some people are complaining about not being able to put in music, but if you know anything about the RIAA and all these copyright things, there's no way that they'd be crying for royalties right away. You cannot avoid that. And there's other copyright issues that don't allow you to do everything you wish you could do. And of course, Sony is not going to put themselves out on a limb there to make you, help you copyright stuff. I mean, infringe on the copyright status. So, yeah, I don't think that's a valid complaint. No game company is going to do that. So yeah, I guess another thing I wanted to say is the Wii has Animal Crossing. It's supposed to be like an interactive thing where you can build your own house and all this stuff. Little Big Planet, in my opinion, has that beat. You can build a whole world and you can customize your character. You can talk to people, and it's not artificially staged for you every day. It's like you're actually creating stuff, and you're actually interacting with someone else's world which they created. It's not just picking up acorns and stuff, And then Xbox has the Banjo Kazooie, where you're supposed to be building vehicles, but it's there's only certain kinds that are going to work, and it's too complicated in some ways and not streamlined enough in other ways. Little Big Planet has them beat on that too. And because it's an exclusive title and those other two are exclusive titles, I feel that it's a decent comparison, and I think Little Big Planet wins out against those. So anyways, that's all I'm going to say. So if you have a PS3, you should have this game. Now, I'm not saying, I guess that's not 100% true, because if all you want to play is Madden and first-person shooters, this game, probably you're not going to like it at all. So don't buy it then. But the kind of person who I'm expecting to be watching this video on YouTube is probably the kind of guy who likes to play Mega Man and Mario and other platforming games. So go ahead and buy it. Alright? Peace out.